Hey everyone, this is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios, and welcome to vlog number two. Um, I got some animals in the room. Let's see. Uh, she's in the window. Anyway, that's not important. Okay, um, it's been some time since I posted a video up, and I went back and forth on wanting to do a vlog just to keep you apprised of what's been going on. I believe I did mention a lot of it in the last Inktober piece I posted, um, but just to give you a short rundown, um, one of the things, and this is going back 2 weeks, I think it's been. Um, my cat, the oldest one we have, which they're all pretty young, but the one we had the longest, Jenga, uh, what we thought was originally that she got into a fight and came home injured. It looks like it turned out to be she got herself wrapped up in razor wire. She limped home one night. This is our indoor outdoor cat, and was cut up all to hell and bleeding, and her front right paw was really bloody, and one of the nails was bent and crushed against her the bottom of her paw, uh, going the wrong way. Anyway, we proceeded to give her some care and um, let her rest it off for a little while. She, she pretty much slept for 3 days straight, mostly, and we avoided taking her to the vet right off the bat because we already have so many vet bills to take care of still. But we decided that this she was a mess and she needed some real care, and took her to the vet, and that's when we officially found out that it was razor wire, because all the cuts on her uh, is, I forget how many, is like six good ones were straight cuts, and yeah, we knew she was going out to a place in nearby that had razor wire on the bottom of the fence, and somehow she got tangled. She, was probably chased, maybe, with another animal, or maybe the owner over there, or somebody working over there chased her, and she had to go through the obstacle course of razor wire and didn't quite make it this time. Um, so we're keeping her indoors now. She's been treated. We've been giving her medication and um, treating her wounds, spraying her wounds each day, a couple times each day, and they're healing quite nicely. And she's not. She keeps her paw up. Sometimes she was keeping it up all the time originally, and just staying away from our other cats, and being grumpy. Uh, of course, she was highly injured, but she's much better now. Anyway, this is not a cat channel. But I was devastated when I saw her. The look on her face, and she was really bad shape. So we took care of it, and it's another vet bill we got to pay off. But just briefly, in other cat news, we do have a fourth cat now, which is kind of insane. Um, all these cats we have are taken off the streets, um, and we get them clipped so they don't have kids. Although do, uh, we got two done, and we got to do the other two um, when we have more cash flow. But yeah, we take them off the streets and care for them, and they're all sweet in their own way, and uh, not always getting along, but for the most part, they get along. The new addition is keeping to herself. Our original cat is black and white. The new one is black and white. The two in between are striped and dotted. And I don't know the breeds, but the new one is kind of funny. She is, and the girls are black and white, and the guys are striped. She's black on top and white belly. Um, she even has a little white mustache. It's really cute looking. And she keeps to herself, but she's being a little more playful and moving around the house. But mostly she uh, hangs out underneath our coffee table because we're in the living room a lot. Um, all right, I'm going on and on about cats. On the business side of things, oh well, I did want to mention Lisa's father hasn't been in good health. He's been in and out of the hospital. He was diagnosed with cancer, leukemia. Originally, they were going to put him on a experimental treatment, but he then had a heart attack and is going to just go for chemo. Um, so while Lisa most of her life lived with her mom growing up. He was only around for 5 years, 6 years, and then split. So he only re-entered the picture a year or two ago. So they're not super close, but it is her father, and um, they did reconnect, and she's pretty much been calling him and keeping in touch um, almost every day and seeing about progress. And she visited him once. We hope that we'll have some cash and we'll be able to go there again. We were actually going to go on Thanksgiving Day to go visit him, but she got sick and didn't, he's not in the best of health, so she didn't want to add to that. Um, so that's another big monumental thing that's been going on. Um, on the work side of things, finally, I had a graphic design that I worked on. I got, you know, a friend actually uh, put my name to this guy who was looking for a graphic design, and I got a picture of what he wanted, and I did it in Manga Studio in Vector, and because I've mostly been learning and playing around with Manga Studio, I actually forgot a lot of the things I needed to remember in order to achieve the perfect logo. So that took me some time, but I finally got that finished and approved by the guy, and um, pretty much that was better pay than a lot of other things I've been doing of late. Um, you know, my own stuff doesn't bring me money yet. As far as the comic work. Although I do have the Patreon, which you can become my Patreon with the link below. Or, the other thing is I've been selling original art of mine, which is sketch cards and just random art I make. Or I take requests, commissions, and yeah, I've made more money in the last 2 years, selling my own original artwork than I have probably my total career before that. I've done convention sketches, and prints here and there, although nothing of super quality. I plan to focus, um, more of my business on making original art now that I'm slightly more comfortable with, penciling and inking my own stuff. So I'm trying to increase that. I recently took a day and uploaded all the sketch cards I still have for sale up onto my store NV store, which link below if you care to buy a piece. And I posted about it the last couple of days, for sure. If you've been keeping watch of what I'm up to, and I've gotten more likes and more comments and more traffic to my store than ever before, but it's still not equaling sales like on a daily basis. Um, but I'm just going to keep with it until it does work. I'm looking at more and more artists across the web, on websites, on YouTube, on Facebook, on and now Instagram. If you didn't know, I'm on Instagram now. I believe it's Peter Palmiotti. Instagram.com/Peter Palmiotti. I'll put the link below. But I've only recently joined there, and I already have over 100 followers. Although I'm following like 300, maybe close to 400 people now. A lot of artists I know I found, and some new artists, and um, just trying to connect with people on there. But yeah, I see a lot more of a business on Instagram, that's open worldwide. So I'm trying to post my sketch cards there, and maybe I'll even post a lot of artwork. I haven't posted anywhere else, but maybe like DeviantArt. So maybe that will be my featured gallery of art. Um, yeah, and I'm not getting a lot of traffic there. It's a slow build. It's what I heard from. It might have been Eric Mueller from the Artcasters, who mentioned this recently. Um, and yeah, it's been a slow build, and the only reason I'm on it is Lisa got a new phone. So it's not my phone, so it's not in my hands 24/7. Otherwise, I'd probably be on it more insanely. I'll probably be following like 2,000 people and posting artwork every day. But I post when I can, and it is her phone. She does use it throughout most of the day, and she uses it as an alarm for different things as well. Um, but anyway, it's now part of my business strategy as far as I'm trying to be more of an illustrator. Um, and yeah, with that comes a lot more. I got to practice more, I know I'm capable as an artist, but I just want to see a vast improvement over my skills. And I definitely this past year, I mean, even though I haven't posted a lot of comic pages with Bright Eyes and Nina Eden, all that has been new work, and it's shown me that if I push myself, that I could do some pretty good things, like more than I thought I was capable of. It's just, it's the balancing act. So this takes me to, not really making anything on my comics other than, like, the only money flowing in is my Patreon, selling what I do sell on my store or just randomly, taking commissions. Um, that's been my income. Um, and obviously, overall, it hasn't been enough. We've been getting by because we're in a good situation at the moment. Um, but we got we're we're really scraping by, and we got to do much better. And actually, we've had more extra bills in the last 6 months, and things are going to be due. So it's only by lucky circumstance that I mentioned that a while back. I was waiting on a possible inking gig, and that didn't come to be, and that's okay. Well, some others arose. I think one might be an ongoing, and one might be a mini series. I forget, but I've been in talks with two fellows, trying to put together comics and get them a whole, you know, two teams, together. But they both said that they're interested in having me as an inker on them, and if that happens, then a lot of the roadblocks I've been facing, um, part of the problem for consistency for me has been that I find myself over and over in a situation where I have to drop everything I'm doing and do something that will make money. Um, but if I have ongoing work, and if just say for the sake of argument that these two projects happen, um, then I'll have a somewhat of a steady influx of work, and maybe if I'm really super lucky, a sort of weekly paycheck. Then our bottom line of what we need to put money to will be taken care of, and I won't have to sweat anything, and I'll be able to really set up a solid schedule, which is really what I'm dying to do. Things, get put on the shelf, the back burner, left and right around here, and I'm not happy about it. And I also don't want to take on a day job. Um, I'm like, I've been. The question is there. Should I? Not for me, but the reality is that I need to pull in better money, and if I could do that, if if I could do that with inking books, and it was like a year or so ago where I said I'm not going to ink books. I think a large part of that, if you go Anchor No More or whatever I called it, is like a sort of walking away kind of like from Spider-Man cover that I copied, um, the video cover. Uh, Part of my saying that was the frustration of that I wasn't getting inking gigs that were worth doing. Um, Unless you work for Marvel or DC, and even then, it's like the probability of people following through with what they say in the first place, them being able to pay you a decent rate in the second place. Uh, there's no way, like I'm taking on work that is going to pay me upon publication. I can't wait that long. Pretty much, my method is like if I finish the work and you pay me, and that's the way it's got to be. So it looks good at the moment. We'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, it's like I got a list of things I've been meaning to get to. If you've been following me at all, uh, you know that I want to publish comics, and I had a shelf that to take on the logo design. And oh, the other thing I didn't even mention, is I was asked through yet another friend of mine hooked me up with a gig. I was asked to do some character designs and then do a final full color illustration. It wasn't, like it wasn't really fancy coloring. It was just going to be flat colors, so we knew what colors they used, uh, the hair or you know costume and whatnot. But I never actually got to that stage. What I did do is design five different characters, and they were only in the end they were only going to use four, and I redesigned a couple of them a couple of times, and I gotta say, it wasn't. First of all, it wasn't something. It was goofy characters, and it was food related. I'll just say that. Um, and it was sort of superhero, although not. Um, and yeah, it was just goofy. It was not necessarily something I was going to be super proud of, other than doing something I haven't done before, and pleasing a client. Well, I pleased the client. Unfortunately, it didn't go to the further stage of me doing an actual full illustration with the final choices. The ad campaign wasn't picked up, so unfortunately, uh, it didn't get there. But it was kind of scary to work on because right off the bat they said if this goes through, it was going to be like my illustration of these characters were going to be used on the food product. It was going to be on cans, and it was going to be all over the internet on Facebook and G Plus and Twitter and whatnot, as well as YouTube videos. It was going to be on toys. It was going to be on TV commercials, posters. I don't know what, but they told me all this up front, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm probably gonna hate myself for doing this if this actually reaches the final stage." Uh, Because if you could choose like what you want to get like across all media, it wouldn't have been like goofy food characters. But okay, so anyway, it didn't get to that, but I got paid in full. What we originally agreed on for the full product. So in the end, um, it was worth it, and it was a learning experience, much like the logo design. Um, I've designed logos before, and probably once or twice for payment. But never like in a computer stage. So that was a learning experience, um, and definitely with the designing characters and whatnot, interacting with the women from the company, and you know, do this, do that, tweak this, tweak that, and so on and so forth. Went back a bunch of times. So yeah, it was a great experience, and who knows, I may do more. Um, yeah, I don't necessarily have proof of all this. I'm not going to ask for permission for what I feel is like. The logo came out fine. Um, I don't know. It's just if you want me to do stuff and you ever watch this, let me know. Um, but we'll see. Yeah, mostly from here on out. Uh, this is going on longer than I thought, but it doesn't matter. Um, I'm going to be getting back to the Inktober pieces, which is Bobby B Boy, which will eventually be a comic. Obviously, it's not going to be finished in November. Um, I need more coffee. Um, but I'm hoping I can put it all together in December. Although, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how things pan out. I'm going to start posting the days again. I think day 9 is next. Um, Hopefully on a regular basis. I know tomorrow I'm going to post the next piece in the storm commission have to do. And hold on. Sorry about that. My other cats were busting to get in. Um, anyway, I forget where I was. Sorry. Um, yeah, so I wanna get back on um, the Inktober pieces and getting to put my comic together, which is going to take a while. And I don't know, I hope I get that done in December. I wanted to get it done this month. Uh, things take you away from doing what you love. But I will progress forward with that again, at the very least, and get to commissions that are due, and yeah, just work harder on trying to make a life as an if I break my career down into compartments, I definitely want to be an illustrator as well. I think it was a conversation I seen recently between two artists, and it was one artist talking with Chris Buccello, um, who's done work for DC and Marvel. He's an amazing artist. Um, he said in reply within the conversation that this other artist should make money in and out of comics, and for however much I want to be, you know, labeled by myself, but mostly by others as a comic artist. Um, I also want to be an illustrator. I also want to, and it's not necessarily about doing sketch cards, though they are quick to do. I want to do bigger pieces, um, and I even want to eventually get around to paint. Um, but it's time. Man, if I had a month for every week that goes by. But yeah. So I gotta find a balance of what will work. Um, and I didn't want to. Okay. Yeah, Malcolm Gladwell, who speaks on the whole putting in 10,000 hours into something in order to sort of master it. Uh, Everybody has quoted his his quote, um, but in this past year alone, um, I've definitely done more YouTube videos. I've done more sketch cards probably than I have before. Experimented with live stream, although I think I'll stay away from that for the time being. I've gotten better at the YouTube stuff, although, I just don't have the equipment to do a better job, but that's fine. Um, I've been um, growing my Facebook fan page. My Twitter has grown. My G Plus has grown. My YouTube, I'm past 10,000 views now, which is awesome. I think I'm at 245 subscribers, which is awesome. Thank you everybody who watches on a daily basis. When my videos come up, thank you if you just subscribe and don't watch, that's fine. Well, although I appreciate those that watch much more. And thank you for all those who comment and like and especially share. Um, when I go through my, what is it, analytics, I see there's a ton more shares, and that's awesome. If you share each video that you watch of mine, then even if one more person sees it, that's awesome, and that's how my channel will grow. And if my channel grows and more people view my stuff, then I make more pennies on my show. So that's good too. Um, yeah, so I guess this is a lot of stuff I was going to add into the next Inktober video, and I decided just to keep it separate and do it as a vlog. Um, and I think pretty much I've gone on long enough and I've given you enough to chew on. But if you want to support me and you aren't already, go to become a patron of mine. Um, and anything, if you can't afford to uh, buy anything or support me in any way, sharing. Uh, if you just share my pages, and you can link me to it so I can thank you in person. Well, in comment form online. If you could just share the stuff, that will make all the difference. It'll increase my audience, or at the very least, those people that are aware of me, which benefits me. So I thank all who do. So yeah, become a patron. It's $1 a month or $5 a month or $10 a month or more. Um, there's no set level. It's whatever you want to put towards me and my work. Pretty much, it covers. I would like to give you a solid list of what I do, but a lot of times it's random. But I'm always, I make videos. I haven't done the podcast in a while, but I will be getting back to that. Um, that's another thing I wanted to mention. I will be getting episode 100 up in audio form. We usually get it on TalkShoe or iTunes, but I'll do an extended version for my YouTube audience that will have visuals and maybe a little added video of me talking about stuff. Um, so I'll be getting to that soon. Uh, so how else? Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, that will definitely help more people viewing. Like I said, more pennies I get. If you buy something in my store, that's awesome and greatly appreciated. I have sketch cards there. I have the Inktober pieces. I have a couple of the retro pinups there. Those are pricier. If you just want to share those, if I could find a buyer for those, that would be awesome and cover a couple of bills. Um, and yeah, just like my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Peter Palmiotti artist writer, I believe. You can just look it up. You can Google me and find all my works. I'm on Tumblr. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Pinterest. I did want to mention I have a couple of Facebook groups. That one I had before, previous, that I recently made public. You can request to join the group, um, and I'll let you in. Everybody's welcome. There is comic creators. No, there's creator owned is one of them, and yeah, creator owned, uh, which I think used to be comic creators. Anyway, creator owned and Instagram artist. So if you want to join either of those, you don't have to be a comic creator or an Instagram artist. You could just be a fan. But I do want to get, you know, on the Instagram artists, I do want to get Instagram artists who will post repost in there what they're posting on Instagram. Tell us about their experiences, that sort of thing. Um, and Creator Own is for comic creators, or it could be any other kind of creator, like a creator of music, creator of movies, something that is, theirs, and that they could show off and tell us about and tell us their experiences on. But yeah, mostly it's towards comic creators. Uh, yeah, so I have those two, and it's I have on G Plus. I have two groups there. One is comic creators. One is uh, web comic peoples. Um, I'm not sure. This is kind of like I'm not totally. I haven't been pushing them, but maybe I'll start. I'll get to that. So I'm just gonna put the links below, and if you're interested in joining, then join, and I'll add you into them. Um, it's yeah, it's something I'll put more time towards down the line. Um, Obviously, work is a priority right now, making money, getting things accomplished, and I'm trying to yeah, try to really be better at that. Although, I said my major obstacle is bringing in a good income to where I don't get distracted about, from where I have to make money. So this is, it's been Black Friday and Cyber Monday is coming up, and so if you're watching this when it comes out, and it's already 40 minutes, oh my God, um, then go, get some art. And sorry, um, I wanted to show you the new kitty cat. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna pack this in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, commenting. Make sure you like the video as well. Um, all that helps other people see it, and as my channel grows, then potentially more and more people will see it. So it's been on the rise, and I'm excited about that because you know just it's become a part of what I do, this YouTube thing, and I apologize for not doing at least a couple in the past couple of weeks. I did the um, inking comic inking tutorial, which was well received, I must say, and gotten more views than some of the stuff I've done recently. So I'll probably do another one, like I said, down the line, one thing at a time. Okay. Uh, have a very productive day, and I'll see you again tomorrow with the Storm Commission. And take care till then, and be good.